Hey guys, welcome back to Trout Time. I've been saying it for a long time that I'm going to be able to do this. Well, our schedules has been a disaster trying to get together, but we finally are able to do it. I'm here with Jimmy Enzer and ENH Lures. He paints the lures himself. These are, for the most part, his own designs. I want to introduce you to Jimmy Enzer, owner, operator, head artiste, HR, accounting, everything. He's the entire business, and he's also sweeps out the place. So occasionally. So we're going to talk about his lures, what he does, and may even show you some of the techniques he uses to paint these lures.
Basically, I buy the blanks online from different places, and I will paint them to what everybody wants me to paint. And this is my new rainbow trout. It's duller pink and it sells a lot. And let's see, Anthony,
I'm trying to find a blank.
This is the a DT10 in a fingerling trout that sells quite well. But the number one sells. This is a good one. This is like a TD Minna type lure. TD Minnas, you know, they're $30 online. I can paint them for basically nothing. But that's the blanks are they're hard to find, but I do find them. Whatever y'all need, I can find them and paint them for you.
If you're a bass fisherman, you should be absolutely eating this up. How many bass fishermen do you sell to?
90%.
90% bass fishermen. Didn't you say there was somebody here earlier this week?
Yeah.
That came in and bought $300 worth of these lures.
Wanted to buy everything I had, and I said, no, I can't do that.
He's got a large clientele, so he's looking out for everybody else, including myself, because I'm going to stock up while I'm here as well. Now, what he does, this is the blank he's talking about, and I don't know how close to get that to the camera so you can see it, but this is how it starts out. This is how it looks when he gets it in the mail, and this is what it looks like when he's almost done. Now you haven't put
there's no epoxy on it.
There's no epoxy on it. Now this is going to have a shine like this one. This one, other than the, if I can hang on to it, other than the eyelets and the hooks, this one is done, and it's just amazing. It looks just like something that you would get in Academy Bass Pro Shop.
Show them that fingerling trout, the yellow bottom, the yellow one right there.
This one?
Yeah. That's a fingerling trout that is like a baby trout in the rivers and lakes around here.
Yeah, it's got the joint in the middle, which really gives it that swimming action.
Yeah, very popular top color right there.
And you sold a bunch of these.
A bunch of them in the jerk baits, which I wished I had a jerk bait over here, but they're over there on the other table. Rock crawlers. That's a rock, you know, maybe Anthony held it up. Rock crawlers, I can do those in any colors. That's the rainbow trout, reds, blacks, anything. So that's very popular.
I have ENH Lures. It's a website. He's through Facebook, and I have his Facebook page linked in the description below. So when you're done watching this video, check out that link. Go to his Facebook page and, you know, you probably see something you like. It'll shock me if you can't find something that you like.
Show him that big rat right there.
Okay, now this is his newest invention. I don't know if that's the correct word, but this is his newest thing. This is what he is selling right now, and the bass fishermen, the bass fishermen are buying them up like crazy. Check this thing out.
It's 6 inches. And most people want them in dark black, but this is, I put hair on these, and they love them.
It's huge. It's 6 inches from here to here, the body, not the tail. You put the tail on it, and back up so I can get it all in camera. Look at that. And this weighs a pound, easy.
It's at least 12, 14 ounces easy.
And apparently,
and it floats.
Top water, it swims. I mean, you've heard me talk about the little mice that I use for top water. This thing's huge, and apparently the largemouth bass
They love it. And
Just slam it.
Most people want them painted black, but I started putting the hair on them, and they love those too.
Okay, so right now we're going to show you the process of what Jimmy does to paint these lures from start to finish. This ought to be interesting.
First step is I take the lure and unless I'm painting some clear water minnows or anything, I don't want to put the base white on there. And I paint it white to start off with. Give it a base coat. Just like a primer. Now that I got it painted white, I take a hair dryer and dry it. All right, now that this is dry, I'm gonna put the pink stripe down the center of it like a rainbow trout with my airbrush, and it's just, you just got to work the pressure and the paint. See there? Just get that pink stripe down and then turn it over, or you can hold it like this, but I can't because I do it upside down. And just put that pink stripe on there for a rainbow trout. This is a dull rainbow trout. And make sure it's covered good. All right, you see the pink on it on both sides?
Man, that looks good.
All right, now,
if we didn't make it clear, I just want to point something out. This right here is what the final product will look like. I showed it to you there in a second ago. This is what he's painting. He's creating another one of these.
Now for the top of the rainbow trout, this is a little different than I painted. It's called green zinc chrome, which will go along the top to give it that kind of a brightish yellow. And it just takes a couple drops. You don't use much paint doing these things. And normally I'll do like 12 a night or something like that, and then epoxy them and all
You'll
that.
line them out all the way down through here, won't you?
Yeah, on these helping hands. See these helping hands?
Oh yeah.
I'll
put
put them
little
like
clips.
I'll put them like that, and I'll do 12. I can do 12 a night or more, but 12 is enough. So I will do this green on the top of it and try to blend it in with this pink where it looks like it's blended in. So I'll take that and just airbrush it on there. You can see how it's starting to blend in a little bit. And the trout kind of has a white face on the bottom of it. I don't want to mess with that down there right yet. And see how it's starting to look like a little trout?
Yep.
And I'll do the other side. Same way. You don't have to be perfect, because there's nothing in nature that's perfect. See how that's starting to look now? We'll blend it in. And then
it is starting to look like the little trout you usually catch.
Yeah, the little 4-inch trout that I catch, Anthony catches monsters. I don't catch nothing.
That is an absolute fib. Let me just say, he's the one that turned me on to not fishing top water stuff. So
we have both caught some whales out of Watauga River.
Absolutely.
I'll have to say that. One night it'll be Anthony, one night it'll be me. One night it'll be, I won't say my son's name, Davis, but we won't say that about him. So
met
there.
Davis on the very first video I ever did.
See how it's starting to look now?
Man, that's looking good.
Starting to look like a little rainbow trout. Different color than what I normally do, but you know, a little pale rainbow. All right, now we've got it dried, and it's starting to look like a little trout. Even like that right there, with a little few dots, you're done. But no, we got to continue to put to make it look like that, and that's what we're going to do. I'll be right with you. Here's my olive.
There's olive.
Olive green. I mix it up myself. And
looks like a really bad guacamole.
Yeah, like we won't go there, but anyway.
Newborn baby crap.
Yeah.
We're gonna paint it the newborn baby crap color.
Get my airbrush going, make sure it's flowing good, and then I'll paint the top of it with that olive to give it that olive color. And it don't take just a second to do that. So you can really see how it's starting to turn it into a dimension, like it looks like a little rainbow trout. Right, Anthony?
Yes, sir.
Starting to look pretty good, ain't it?
It's looking good.
All right. I can't find a crappy blank. This
Okay.
is actually a bluegill blank.
You can probably hear in the background, Jimmy is trying to make a sale. So I'm gonna do a little showcase
Close.
on a couple of these.
Okay.
This little red belly sunfish pattern is very popular with the bass fishermen, along with these other sunfish. I'm gonna put them in my hand so you can get an idea of the size of them. Bluegills, jointed swim baits. And he also has them small, like this one, small little brim style jointed.
How's that?
The bass fishermen are buying them up handfuls at a time. Hey guys, this is just a quick overview of the inventory that Jimmy and NH Lure has. Just an absolute plethora of inventory, sizes, different types of lures, deep diving, shallow diving, scatter, I don't know, wake baits, top water, square bills,
Jerk baits over here.
all kinds of different jerk baits. Look, a variety of colors is an understatement. It just goes on and on. Now, there's one thing else I want to point out. His inventory is really low right now because he has been selling like crazy since we've gotten into spring. And just this is an overview of everything he has. He even got two layers of stuff. And like I said before, I have his link to Facebook linked in the description below, so you can check him out through Facebook. It's just amazing what he can do in such a short period of time.
All right, now I've got the green and the pink and the olive green on top. It's really starting to look like a rainbow trout now, right? So now I'm gonna take a little bit of silver, because trout have a lot of silver in it, and it just barely. I'm gonna paint the bottom of this thing with a little bit of silver. See how that went on there? And a little on the top, little on the bottom, and a little on the sides. Don't want it on the top because
What is it? Is that just like darkening it, or?
well, it's a silver. It's called it's called silver.
It's called silver.
Because you know, most rainbow trouts have a lot of silver in them, but I don't want a whole lot of silver, and not on the top. See how that makes that shine a little bit, and down here on the bottom, do it again, and on the top, not on the top, because I want that dark olive, and that's a little different rainbow trout than normal's going to look like that when we get done here in a few minutes. Now I've put just a regular olive color in the airbrush to paint the dots on the side, and I make my own stencils. Stencils are expensive, but I make my own out of index card, and I carve them out, put them on here, done. So now I'll lay this down here. Can you see that, Anthony?
Here, okay.
See, I'll lay it on the side where I want it to go, and then I'll spray it with that green olive, and that gives it that. See there?
Starting to look like a fish.
Starting to look like something. Now I'll do this real quick. Hair dry it off. I'll turn the lure over, and you can see where you started out, right behind the gill plate. So you try to get it close. Ain't nothing in nature perfect. So then I'll turn it over, because you went this way, so you need to go this way. So I'll find out the gill plate, move it back a little bit, put that on there, and spray it, and that gives you that green, and that's pretty close on each side. Nothing else I need to do to that except put the dots on, which I'll show you here in just a second. We've come to this stage now, and it's starting to look like a rainbow trout, isn't it?
It is.
Yep. So now we need, you know, rainbows have dots. So I'll take this little old teeny dot thing. I don't know what you call it, a dot
That's
thing.
the technical term, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, a dot thing. And I'll dip it in my black, and then I'll go on the top and just start putting some dots in. Now it's really starting to look like a rainbow
Check that
trout.
out.
You don't have to be perfect. Just
I'm gonna get in here. If I get in your way, I'm just trying to get in a little closer.
You're fine. And just start putting some dots on the top. See there?
Look at that.
Now on the side, some people want a lot of dots. Most people don't want a lot of dots on the side. So on the side, I'll just go just a few big dots here and there. Done. See that? And on the other side, same thing. Just a few big dots. Oh yeah. Let me get some more paint. It don't have to be perfect. Little dot here, little dot there, little dot everywhere. Now it really looks like a rainbow trout, don't it? I'll put some actual trout eyes that I've found on the internet on the eyes, and then I'll put the epoxy on there, which will make it look like this is a clear water minnow that I paint, and you can see how that's clear.
The epoxy gives it the glisten, right?
It gives it the glisten, and I can do the matte where it looks dull if they want that, but most people want where it shines, and that will look like this when I'm done. So that's pretty much it how I do the rainbow trout. And anything else you want me to paint, all you gotta do is holler at me or holler at Anthony, and then I'll show you how I paint something else.
Well, that's pretty much the process in a nutshell, to say the least. It's very impressive, the work that you do, and the way these lures turn out is, to me, it's amazing. As not a painter, not a craft guy, I'm not even remotely in tune with this kind of stuff. That's why I've always been a buyer and not a creator.
He buys from me.
Yes, I try to.
Well,
all the time.
Not all the time. If you need anything, just give me a ring. 423-791-2431.
Okay, I want to thank Jimmy for letting us in his workshop at ENH Lures, showing us the process on how he creates these lures, these wonderful looking lures. We had some bass fishermen come in here a few minutes ago, bought I don't know how much dollars worth of stuff. They looked at everything, handled everything. But I want to thank Jimmy for doing this. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and have thought about doing it, go ahead and do that. It is completely free. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and we will see you next time.